And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just saw a brutal beating of Lord at the hands of Raven. How does this much more aggressive Raven make you feel, Azela? Especially seeing how both you and Raven in the past have said that you take a fell cleave here and there.
I mean, I did marry him due to his fell cleaving, so I do not complain about his aggressiveness.
I'm sure that translates into other places as well. Like, when you guys are in the kitchen and you guys are making meals, like, does he have a tendency to accidentally crack the eggs too much and get shells in the omelet, and then you gotta crunch on the shell because you're too fat and lazy to take the shell out and just want something to eat?
He is normally aggressive with everything that he does, so.
Huh. And we're getting some reports here. Speaking of Raven's aggression, apparently he just grabbed the Scion belt and is taking off.
There was a champ there.
It was a completely non-sanctioned matchup. I don't know what Dog or Cat will have to say. Of course, Ed, I don't think has anything to say, as we've only been receiving mysterious texts from him lately.
Is he still chewing on wires? I hope you guys have stopped him from doing that.
We haven't seen him since the night that he took some aggressive headshots and then proceeded to chew on wires. Oh, and, I just got a text from Ed. That's weird. Speak in a British accent, please. Oh, that's odd. Do tell Azela that I am feeling very quite fine, and in fact, I am looking forward to her match coming up. That was weird. I don't know why I actually spoke in the very bad accent, but...
That was a very bad accent. You know, there was once a character. You got a lot of characters up there in the Empire. He was voiced in one of our Empire movies, cinemas, if you will. His name was Wonky Willie. He had a candy factory. That's who you sounded like, Wonky Willie.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
In New Gridania, there's a famous porn star by the name of Wonky Willie.
Oh no, this is two different things. Wonky Willie up where we come from has like 8 la guys that help make the candy inside of his little factory. It's totally different.
No, it's definitely sounding familiar. There's 8 little guys that help him out with his chocolate factory.
Oh no, you're talking about Whomper Willie. That's who you're talking about. I'm talking about Wonky Willie. It's different.
Oh. I'm sorry, I just can't keep up with my porn stars nowadays.
Well, come on. One's for children and one's for adults. You gotta learn to tell they're two different. That's why you got so many restraining orders now.
Well, I don't understand why you would think that porn stars are for children. That's disgusting.
Well, it's not a porn star. It's actually a children's movie. Called Wonky Willie. He gives candy to. He had helped out a poor family up there or something.
I can't keep up with your guys' cinema. I really can't.
Well, I know you can't. Mr. Shovel sees to that. But our gracious owner, Dog, is out here right now.
He's standing in the corner of Treo. How do you feel about these two owners, Azela?
The two owners?
Yeah, Dog, of course, being the dastardly fiend that he is.
I would marry him. He could be 5th.
You hear that? I'm 1 up higher than Dog. Yeah.
No, you're not. She just told you that to make you feel better.
Jack Human's got some swagger.
I mean, for me, it's all about who has the most gil, and I mean,
Yeah, because I have way more gil than than dog. I didn't spend it all my gil on overpriced Drago t-shirts and paying off people like your guys' neighbors from when I'm rooting around in your guys' garbage, trying to find stuff. Yeah, way more money than dog.
I mean, I've never personally spoke to him, so
You should talk to him. I should introduce you to.
He's around sometimes for a little bit, but I think he's got a bit of a drinking problem too.
Well, we've certainly.
That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. You should come to one of the drinking parties that we have after every event when Jack is still in here.
Drinking parties, and I haven't gotten an invite.
I always figured that you and Raven just never came because y'all were busy. Y'all never got an invite.
I have never received such an invite.
I'll make sure I get y'all on the list then.
I thought you and Raven didn't go because you guys were good people.
I don't know what Raven has maybe told you about me, but I love a good party and I definitely love to drink. And I would assume you of all people would send Raven an invite.
He can't come. He's not invited. Everybody but Jack, that's the invitations.
They really do say no Jack human on the bottom. But well, I don't want to go anyway. But you know what? I'm going to throw, because I have so much gil, I'm throwing my own party and you and Raven can come, Azela. And you know what, Blaze? You get to come too. And everybody except Dog gets to come because I don't get to go to any parties. And he puts on the invitations that I'm not allowed to go. And I think that's unfair.
Yeah, I'm not coming. It's going to stay home that night and watch The Badger starring Hugh Jackman. How you like that?
Your cinemas totally confuse me. You make no sense.
Well, I got one in my, on the back of my Chocobo called Pool Dead. You should see that. That's really funny.
Is that the one with Clint Eastwood? The Pool Dead?
No, that's not Clint Eastwood. That guy hasn't made a movie like 37, astral cycles now. I'm talking about the one with Ronald Ryan. That's what I'm talking about. Pool Dead. Look it up.
Let's see now. Pool Dead.
You see why he's never invited anywhere, Azela?
I see that now.
Blaze, I looked it up. It's a swimming pool full of dead bodies, and it looks like it's your swimming pool. What are these pictures?
Well, I don't know what that is, but that's definitely not the movie I'm talking about.
But Dog, standing in the corner of Trejo, it's clear that Trejo has been seduced by Dog. Not seduced in a sexual way, Azela, you know? I mean, he's gone to the dark side, you know? Chanik, clearly in the, Chanik, the, LunarBlades champion, clearly in the corner of Cat, the good owner, the responsible one, the one who's not greedy.
Boy, I tell you, this guy here, I don't know how I put up with it. So you sure you don't want a job, Azela? Really? Really?
I mean, next season, I might be able to. It depends how much you're willing to pay.
I will pay double whatever you're doing right now, and I'll also hire a personal assistant to take care of all your work, so that way you can just be here.
Hey, Azela, can I be your personal assistant?
I mean, I figured you would want to be Ravens, but I mean, if you're willing to be mine, I would be okay with this.
Why, is Raven looking for a personal assistant? If so, I call dibs on that. Mine.
I mean, I can see if he is. He definitely needs one. The man is too busy to be doing everything by himself.
I
He could definitely
fully
use some
agree.
company.
Like, I mean, I could send messages for him, and I could clean up around his gym, and I could, you know, like put suntan lotion on him whenever it's really hot out. That way, his muscles will glisten. And
You will
Janet,
have
going
to
for
deal
the
with me a
pin.
lot, though.
Oh, that's fine. I like dealing with you because, you know, you're a hell of a competitor, and I appreciate really good competitors. It's not just a cover up for, you know, to get close to Raven.
All right, but I mean, I can be very demanding, so you might be running a lot of errands for Raven, aka for me.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine, you know. It's, you said for Raven, so, you know, I totally spaced on what you said after that, but you said for Raven, so I'd have no problem doing that.
Okay. Hey, we can definitely work something out then.
Yeah. Look at that, Blaze. I just got me another job.
Good job.
Yeah.
You finally got a job that doesn't involve hands and blowing. I'm so proud of you, Jack.
Well, I told you, blowing up children's are blowing up.
What? What the hell did you
blowing up blowing up balloons for a children's birthday party is tricky business. You gotta hold the balloon just right with your hands, and you gotta blow the air just perfectly into the balloon. And I must be talking funny because Dog's out here. I'm pretty sure the stench of his booze is getting into my nostrils. Woo!
That smells like vintage cordial 1876 that he has on him. One of the best.
Yeah, more like vintage cornhole.
Cornhole, though. You're really going to say cornhole, Jack.
Janik picking up the victory over Treo, proving why he's the champion.
Didn't we have
it's
a champion
before? It's very surprising that he's the champion.
And I don't know what's going on in the ring. Janik looking to extend his hand. And Treo shaking it. I don't think Dog's going to like that too much.
Well, that's because Dog is an honorable owner, like I've been saying all along.
He's not honorable.
But yes, he is.
But Azela, you're up next in the main event. We're all excited to see ya.
Hopefully I won't disappoint you guys.
You never disappoint me.
Well, I'm glad.
Yay! She's glad. I think Dog made me a little bit drunk. Anyway, thank you very much. Anyway, thank you very much, Azela, for coming down and sitting at ringside with us. It was truly an honor and a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem. I'll definitely be glad to hopefully come back sometime.
We certainly hope to have you back. And I guess Blaze.
I was able to put up with this guy because of you today, and I really hope you come back. That way I don't have to deal with him as much. I appreciate it.
Glad I can help out.
Well, best of luck to you, Azela.
Thank you.
And here we go. This is going to be an exciting match. It's going to be Azela teamed up with Psychotic Beauty, who is Azela's stalker that she seems to... Blaze, I don't know what to say about that.
I don't know either. But remember, it's time for an endorsement.
Of course, as Azela makes her way back to get ready for her match, we might as well mention that this episode is brought to you by Azela Leone on YouTube. Check it out for some fine Final Fantasy XIV fun.
What else?
You ain't getting my Moogle cookies. Those are mine, Blaze.
Well, no. There's going to be Moogle cookies, parties, fan favorites, everything. Free giveaways every 32nd of the month. The whole 9 yards.
And just remember, folks, everything that gets sent out gets mailed straight to me, including the Moogle cookies.
You're not getting no damn cookies, Jack.
I'm getting them cookies. We can get them cookies. But what a great surprise having Azela down here at ringside. Hopefully someday, maybe we could get both Raven and Azela down here.
You're hoping already, aren't you?
Yeah.
I hope one of these days she can, you know, replace you and let you go be a referee or something.
I actually tried out to be a ref. I couldn't pass the physical exam. They asked me to do a 3 count. I got to about 3/4 and I needed a cookie.
Well, that's about pretty much how refs do that, isn't it, Jack?
And Psychotic Beauty making her way to the ring. I don't know what to say about this. Azela is actually so accepting of people that she actually accepted her stalker. I don't know if that's healthy or not. I don't know what to make of it because everybody I've ever stalked doesn't accept me. I mean, how about the local sports teams?
They say in the Empire, you keep your enemies close. So I think Azela, if her stalker gets out of hand, I think Azela probably could whip her ass and put her back in place really quick.
And speaking of Azela, it's nice to see her out here again. Well, making her way out here anyway. This time for a match. I've got to say, it's great seeing her in action. She's easily one of the most electrifying stars in the LunarBlades Wrestling Federation.
Yes, she is there. Yes, she is. They'll say she's going to be champion one of these days.
And Azela and Psychotic will be teamed up. They're going to be going up against Evelyn Lee, who made her debut last week in a very strong match against Azela. And of course, the LunarBlades Women's Champion, Nokumis, who actually won the belt after Santi was injured. Both her and Azela were marked down as #1 contenders, and they fought it out in a ladder match. With Nokumis being able to get to the belt in time.
Well, with some technical difficulties, of course. Don't forget those.
Well, fortunately tonight, it looks like all the monitors are working, all the mics are working. Nobody's messing with the mics. Dog.
Well, they're his microphones anyway. You know, he kind of bought them and owns them.
They're 49% his microphones.
Oh, no, he bought them. I've seen the receipts. He paid all that cost. The other guys were just supposed to run the show while he was out. And do you see the champion?
Making her way down to the ring with that belt firmly across her waist.
Firmly. You should see that email that little Clara sent me. You know, that belt really does go firmly around her waist, Jack. Really does.
Yeah, you you haven't forwarded me those emails yet.
All right, give me a second. I'll forward it right now. Here, there you go.
Oh, Jesus! Why did you send me pictures of naked Rose?
Well, for one thing, me and Lala have an agreement that that type of stuff isn't getting out, and in the Empire we actually honor our agreements. You're a fool to believe I was going to send you that.
Yeah, I guess that's my fault. But Psychotic Beauty making her in-ring debut tonight. A lot of people in the back are not going to be happy with her at all. Well, I've got to say, Evelyn, who has just been nothing but impressive, as I said earlier, being able to pick up a win over Azela last week, that's just incredible. I mean, people have been able to pick up wins before, but can you imagine in your debut match being able to take down one of the top competitors in the LunarBlades Wrestling Federation?
It's very, very rare. That definitely was a highly, well, surprising end, and the underdog took that match. But I think Azela might be a little bit angry about what happened last time, because she ain't cut no slack this time.
Well, like she said, when she steps into the squared circle, it's all business. And Evelyn Lee and Nokumis being able to work together. First time that they've been teamed up. I guess this would be the first time that Psychotic and Azela have been teamed up. And Azela showboating a little bit for the fans. No, I find it amazing how somebody who can be so sunny on the outside of the ring steps into there, and look how brutal she's being.
That's the business.
And going for that 3 count on Nokumis. Only 2 3/4 though, but boy.
Like I said, you make a good ref.
I get winded. I need a 5-minute break in between 1 and 2. Which I think that they should allow.
Well, you know, there's breathing exercises.
And Psychotic going to the top rope, as we just saw Azela do a couple of times. But unsuccessful on her attempt.
That is a tall woman. Do not be a row.
It certainly is. The the sheer height is really what gave her away from that ninja garb. I definitely think that she made a few enemies last week, or last season. So I really don't know if Azela should be aligning with her, because Azela may have just made a few enemies.
And with Santi returning, I think it's only a matter of time before things get really bad really fast.
Well, Santi just completely dominated Sarah in the opening match.
Exactly, she got pissed.
Nokumis waiting for Psychotic to get to her feet, showing her how it's done. There she goes with that stunner-like maneuver. I think that could have been it, but Azela had the ring whereabouts to break up the count.
I can clearly say this Psychotic Beauty, her strengths pretty much all lie outside of the ring.
Absolutely devastating in the more brawl-like behavior of the back room. Now that there's some rules being applied, she's definitely seemed to have slowed down a little bit.
That's the second time I've seen that kick, though. That's a hell of a kick.
Oh my God! Did you see that double team maneuver? I'm starting to wonder if Psychotic and Azela didn't have a game plan coming into this match.
That was practice. That was definitely practice. That's a game plan.
Just absolutely devastating. But Evelyn Lee's still trying to, or still being able to build some offense. What if Evelyn Lee is capable of pinning Azela again tonight, clean this time?
God, I really don't know. I really don't know. That would be very surprising. And that would put a lot of people on notice.
And Nokumis, nothing to worry about when it comes to her championship. There's that rack-like maneuver she used last week. And I think Azela was able to counter it this time. She didn't make out too well last week. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that, Blaze?
He pretty much tricked and surprised her last time. But she's got a number this time. She knows to look out for that maneuver.
Well, I do wonder if Psychotic Beauty wasn't a distraction last week. She did interfere a few times into the match. So tell me, Blaze, do you really think that Psychotic Beauty's approach to this was smart? Like, I mean, she came in and obviously made a lot of enemies in the back just to get close to Azela, who was very accepting of her anyways.
Well, I think it was a very foolish way to come in. She made a whole lot of enemies, and from what I've seen, she doesn't have a whole lot of skills to back up her in-ring performances. Like I said, once Sandy really sets her sights on her, then you got countless others.
Your mic seems to be breaking up a little bit there.
Must have been Cat on that, messing around with the microphones again. You know, he doesn't like great commentary, but
I highly doubt that. Part of my understanding is that them and a few others are out celebrating their win over Treo, who's in Dog's corner, but at the end of the last match, shaking hands. I don't know if Dog's gonna be too happy about that.
You'll find out. Dog's a good guy, I keep telling you.
And Psychotic Beauty just giving a little pose to the fans. I think that she's trying to recreate Azela's.
I don't think this young lady is quite ready to be coming in the way that she came in. We've got too many enemies, it's only a matter of time before they all get together. Look at how the Lalas did. They all banded together. Now they're a damn near unstoppable force.
They've been unstoppable for the last 3 weeks.
Exactly.
And Psychotic, once again, going for that top turnbuckle and not being able to pull off the maneuver.
Not like she's trying to do it to the champion or anything, you know. The champion. #1 roster currently. You know, can you be any more predictable?
And the champ only being able to get a 1 count out of Psychotic. You know, Blaze, if you had a stalker, would you accept them?
Well, if I had a stalker, they'd no longer be my stalker. They'd probably be my little servant or something. I'd just go ahead and employ them. You know, put their skills to use.
So you would employ a stalker to... And that's a 3 count. Should be no surprise that Nokumis, the women's champion, was able to get a victory over Psychotic Beauty.
Like I just said, she is the champion, the best in the roster. Cough, cough. But yeah, I would hire a stalker. Not
would
like
you...
you're gonna quit her, you know, just job security.
So would you hire them to stalk you?
No, I'll hire them to do my task like Azela was saying to you earlier. And they'll do it faithfully. And probably cheaply.
The women's champion, Evelyn Lee, who so far is 2-0. That was a hell of a night. We had Azela down here. And next Saturday, we have the pay-per-view, Borderlines, nothing but 4-on-4 matches. This is going to be nuts.
Indeed it will.
Oh, and Blaze?
Yes.
I'll have you know that you're not invited to the party that I'm going to throw now. Just so you know.
I wasn't coming to? Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool though. Mr. Shovel RSVP, so he'll be there.
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh boy.